Be ramping up time for both campaigns. If you aren't registered yet for this election, you have 48 days to do it.
Yeah, and both parties are encouraging their people to vote early. WLWT News host John London is live for us in Norwood tonight, where election officials are already getting ready. Hi, John.
Yeah, they're getting ready, Cherie, and mail-in ballot requests are running strong so far. Big jump in July, not as much as in 2020, though. That was the COVID election year when demand for mail-in ballots very high. As you'll see now, it's not only election officials that are gearing up, you might say, for the big dash to the finish line.
An abandoned gas station on Beachmont in Anderson Township became a Trump store about a week ago. In a nod to good old American entrepreneurship, Rick Homer carries in more inventory and specializes in one-of-a-kind Trump merchandise. Bear with us here.
And what we did was we made Donald J. Trump 45th president on one paw, and the other paw, 47, Make America Great Again. But the best part about it is that it's actually put together right here in Cincinnati.
You want a Trump hard hat? He's got them. Trump flask? Just ask. Trump rubber duck? You're in luck. So much merch, customers had to ponder whether to spend $5 on the low end, $80 on the high, or somewhere in between. Don Wegman is one of the volunteers.
I come up and help with signs, or I come up and help with talking to people. And we've been open about a week. We've had a ton of reception.
She's determined to lower healthcare costs.
As the Democrats delight their way through Chicago's convention this week, the Harris campaign has started running an ad in Ohio. There are rumblings that poll numbers in Buckeye Land could tighten. Trump supporter Andrew Pappas, who was a GOP delegate in Milwaukee, pixelated his face over the Hulk Hogan shirt-ripping image. That's how certain he is about where Ohio falls.
This is not a worship of Donald Trump, the man. This is an expression of the desire to return to Donald Trump, the policies. I really believe that.
As of this morning, more than 14,000 Hamilton County voters had requested mail-in ballots. Early voting starts in 49 days. This place is open 9 to 9 daily. A GOP Victory Center will be added Sunday. Just to play it safe, we stayed on this side of some of the signs.
And that Republican Victory Center opens at 1 on Sunday afternoon. There will be registration forms available there. Military and overseas ballots go out 1 month from today, and the deadline to register new voters or those who haven't voted in a while is October 7. Reporting live in Norwood, John London, WLWT News 5.
John, thank you.